Hi, guys. I am Ray Ann Pemberton here, and I have had a lot of people message me regarding my recent Facebook posts about cutting some weight. And even in person, I've had people tell me that I look slimmer, like in the gym. And in chatting with them, most frequently, it comes up that I am eating way more than they thought that I could um, while still losing weight. And recently, in the last month, I have had a friend, Jenna, who I know through Facebook. She's super awesome. She has really helped me have some accountability with the foods that I am eating. And she has given me some really great guidance to sort of focus the things that I already knew that I should be doing. So I'm making this video just to share some of the things that I have learned and a couple of disclaimers. I am not a nutritionist. I am not a dietitian. I'm not certified in those things. All I can offer is my own personal experience. And some of you know that 10 years ago, approximately almost 10, I lost quite a bit of weight. I was about 260 pounds and I started a year-long journey counting calories. That's all I knew how to do. And got down to about 140. So that was a very huge weight loss for me. And along that journey, I learned quite a few things, did quite a few things wrong. And since then, it's sort of been one of my missions to share with women everywhere how to be healthier if you are trying to lose weight. And now that I'm more of a strength athlete, it's super important to me that I not just lose weight, but I'm losing fat and becoming more lean in the process. Little known fact that if you're losing weight, a lot of the time you will lose muscle mass, which is not what I want to do. That's no bueno. Along that journey, I learned so much, and I did it not always the right way. I always thought if you stop losing weight, you just got to lower the calories, eat less, move more. And it became almost, very disordered, in fact. I would go through days where I knew that if I was going to dinner with friends, I would need to go run 3 miles. Or if I wanted a treat, I would have to go running first. And that's not how life should be. As I said, I got down to 140 pounds, and that was eating about 1,400 calories. So one of the things that all scientists have sort of agreed on is the basal metabolic rate formula, and that's called BMR. And that is something that's guided me for a while now, because once I learned about it, it takes your height, your age, and your body weight into consideration to figure how many calories you need just to survive, just to basically sit around, move maybe a little, sleep, and have proper organ function and things like that. The only thing that this formula leaves out is lean body mass. So a leaner person with more muscle would actually need more than this for their basal metabolic rate, and someone with less muscle might need a little bit less. But I went ahead and I figured out my BMR based on my stats, and I'd like to share that with you just to get us thinking about what we're eating. So here's my numbers, and basically I've plugged in my age, that's the last figure here, my height in inches, and my current weight. Back in my weight class, holler, 198. So my BMR is down here. It's 1,648 calories. That is a scary number to go below, basically. And speaking from life experience, back when I was losing all of the weight I lost, I got very sick. I didn't have my periods. I lost hair. I ended up getting a really bad case of shingles. Doctors couldn't figure out why someone such a young age and appearing so healthy would develop that. But my neurologist, basically said, well, Rayanne, how much fat are you eating? And we discovered that I was basically starving myself, starving my brain, and that kind of kicked in that reaction for the shingles to become active. I was really sick for an entire month. And of course, back then, that killed me because I couldn't work out for a whole month. So but live and learn. Looking back, that was a really dark time. And everyone, of course, congratulated me. You look great. You're doing so well. But it's a scary rabbit hole, and I definitely went down it. So fast forward to today, almost 10 years later, I've learned some things. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole again. I don't want to experience that feeling of I can't stop this. It's out of control. Get skinny at all costs. And I feel like so many women are in that headspace right now out there in the world because our society places such value on being less. Well, we don't believe in being less here at Belle of the Bar. And in fact, our motto is be more, not less. And that can mean whatever you want it to mean for you. But as women, we don't need to shrink. You might want to modify the way you look. You might want to become more muscular. You might seek out being more healthy. And those are all beautiful, amazing, wonderful things. But we don't think you should be less just in the name of being less. So all of that being said, here I am. I was counting my macros, trying to hit certain calorie number. And the more people I talk to, they're just amazed at what I eat and how this all can happen. So I just wanted to share some things with you because, of course, it's not one size fits all. Everyone is different. But currently, I am consuming 2,300 calories a day. So that, as you saw, was 700 over my current BMR. And of course, if I continue to lose weight, that will need to be adjusted. So I lost about 10 pounds in 1 month of doing that. And I gained a lot of strength. I haven't felt weak in my training. I am eating a lot of protein, and Jenna has guided me on those macros. So in general, you want to eat about 1 gram of protein per body weight, but lean body mass. But you can, of course, go over that. So up to like 1.5 grams per body weight. So I'm eating about 200 grams of protein a day, and I pretty much hit that every single day for a solid month. Carbohydrates are about the same, but you want to do more on days when you're training more. So on my training days, I have about 230 carbs. And again, I'm sitting right around 200 pounds. Keeping my fat around 60 grams, give or take about 5 up or down. But you never want your fat to dip too low. And I learned that, of course, the hard way about 7 years ago. So those are my macros. And, people argue, is a calorie a calorie? Does it really matter? And of course you want to have nutrition. You want to eat vegetables when you can, fruit when you can. But I have Reese's cups every single day and I'm still losing weight. Granted, I have a lot more other things that are, quote, cleaner, but I don't live by that Bible. It's not my thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not what works for me. I don't want to be in that headspace of restriction. And I can still go have, a taco at Taco Bell. I can still go out to dinner. I can have a glass of wine if I want. But I don't generally want because I don't feel restricted. So it's really kind of nice to not feel restricted, allows you to make choices that will help you with your goals in terms of weight loss and gaining muscle. So I started this out just trying to get back in my weight class, and I'm successfully there. And I'd like to keep going just a little bit longer because I would really like to just live in my weight class and not worry about cutting weight as competitions come up. So that's my goal right now, and we'll see where this leads. But, like I said, I just really wanted to share with people. It's almost like a public service announcement. Ladies, are you eating enough? So look up the BMR calculator. Do yourself a favor, look it up. And that number that you get, you should not go below that ever. And if you've been in a constant state of cutting for a really long time and super low calories, you're going to need to maybe increase. And that's a scary thought. Of course, you don't want to do it all at once. You don't want to tomorrow eat 700, 800 more calories, but a gradual increase might be good. Will you gain weight at first? Maybe, but it'll be short-lived. Your body will go through a little bit of an adjustment period. And again, speaking from experience here, I'm not going to tout off scientific facts because I know they're out there, but there's all kinds of debate. If you research this, you're going to get 12 different messages. People talk about your metabolism slowing down. People talk about reverse dieting and all of these great ideas. But my one singular message is most women are not eating enough. I had someone at the gym the other day say, you know what? My doctor said that I'm not eating enough to lose weight. And she didn't understand how that was even possible. But believe me, it is possible. Your body starts to sort of shut down certain functions and it's going to hold on to whatever you have. Now, of course, can you starve yourself into being very thin? Yes. Yes. I am not saying you're not going to lose weight. But if you are a strength athlete training, you especially need to eat enough, not only to fuel your workouts, but if you're trying to build muscle, how are you going to do that on a super restriction? Carbs are your friend. Yes, go into ketosis, do all of those things if that's what you want to do. It's fine. That's your choice, your journey. I can only share what worked for me. I've done, the whole keto thing. I have done fasting, intermittent fasting. I have done just counting calories. I've done all sorts of things, believe me. And this is the one thing that works for me that doesn't turn me into a neurotic person, feeling restricted. It doesn't send me down that same rabbit hole. So I just wanted to share it because I feel like there's a lot of you out there that can really benefit from this information. And hopefully you have a great coach, a great trainer, nutritionist, whomever you talk to that has already said this to you. But the more people that hear this message, the better, because we are starving ourselves out of weight loss. And I think that it's a tragedy. So that's it. That's my soapbox for the day. Are you eating enough? You might really take a look at that and go from there. So good luck. Message me if you have any questions. I can do my best to share my experience with you and keep being more because you are amazing. Have a good night.